What's up guys, NepentheZ here and welcome back to another episode of Draft to Glory. I'm recording this on Tuesday instead of Wednesday. Usually I record on the Wednesday and upload the Wednesday night, but today I'm recording on Tuesday because Riyad Mahrez is an international man of the match in packs. Now as you can see, I've sold 26 items. I listed up a whole bunch of stuff. Brazilians and Frenchmen are selling right now because of the Emmanuel Petit SBC. So obviously for those of you on PlayStation that doesn't really apply, but for the rest of us it's pretty good. So I will, now that I've got some space on the trade pile again, I'll list up some more Brazilians and such that I've got in the team. Or in the club rather. Now before we get into this video guys, if you could drop a thumbs up, that'd be amazing. Let's try and smash 10k likes for today's draft. And if you do want any PSN or MSP codes to be able to help yourself with players like Riyad Mahrez or the legend on the screen now or the team of the year players, check out g2a.com, link is in the description below. And of course, use Nepo at checkout. I'm going to go with the 3-4-1-2 because we've actually had really good success with this formation and, wow. I'm going to take that Neymar, you know, because if we go Neymar here, then we can get Ronaldo here. Perfect. And Riyad Mahrez is a right mid, so we might be able to get him as a right mid there, which would be spectacular. Come on, give me 99 Ronaldo. It's not coming. Do we have a Liga Santander? We do have a couple Liga Santanders. We'll take Castro, even though Bongonda looks like to be a better card. We'll take Castro for the simple fact that if we get Luis Suarez here, he will get a strong link from him and give a strong link to him. EA, come on, bros. I'm tempted to take Legend because Legend is Legend, and even though it's Inzaghi and not the best Legend, it's still a Legend. Can I get a blue card? This is insane. I will go with Willian. Big fan of Willian in this game, actually. And now, if we do get Riyad Mahrez, I'll be happy to not have the blues, but we did not get Riyad Mahrez. I guess Sissoko would be a logical choice here, wouldn't he? Or Lamela. I think I'd prefer Sissoko in my team. I know a lot of the pros actually use Sissoko in their teams. He's got a beast card. It is really good. We'll take that 90 rated Paul Pogba. It's like EA don't want to give me blue cards right now. This is crazy. Give me a blue. Just can't do it, can you? You cannot bring yourself to do it. We've got a really good midfield here, however. And if we can get a Laurent Koscielny here, or actually probably just any French centre-back. Alright, we can't get Laurent Koscielny. Do we have a... We don't have... Wow. This isn't good at all, is it? I'm getting some good players, but I'm not really getting what I want out of this, and that's not very good. We get an informed Mats Hummels there. We also get a Bonucci. Bonucci just does not fit the team. I'm going to take Ashley Williams. I actually really like Ashley Williams' card. I think it's really good. And Chris Smalling as well. Like, EA are just giving me a FUT Champions OP team. We've got Pogba, we've got Kante, we've got Sissoko. We've got Smalling and Williams. We are this close to completing a sweaty FUT Champions team. I can even take Asmir Begovic as well, which is another one of those sweaty OP players. So we're up to an 86 rated, 96 chem team. A few changes in the team to be made. I can't believe we're yet to get a single blue card. EA, what are you doing to me? Wow. Whoa, there's the first blue. Now we've got problems. Because I like this Messi card is ridiculously good, right? And we could get him on chem, or at least on 7 chem, with the link to Inzaghi. But Alexis Sanchez would just slot up into that team there at striker, and is amazing. I'm going to go with blue. I'm going to go with Messi. Maybe that was a mistake. We've already got Inzaghi, though. Maybe it wasn't a mistake. I'm going to take that Rafa Varane card as well. We're going to put Varane in there instead of him. We're going to swap those two around. It takes us down to 90 chemistry. But for me, it's going to be the thing. It's the thing. It's the thing that I want in this team. I want to fit this Messi into the team somehow. I'm going to need Suarez at striker. Or just any Barcelona striker. I'm going to need him. What do we take here? I guess we take Nolito. Just in case we end up going full BPL, because we can go full BPL. We just need one more left mid, and then that's it. We're done for BPL. We'll take Shadow Chem style on the centre back there. It's not going to be the most high rated team unless I get super lucky going forwards. And I'll actually take Rojo as well, because now no matter what, I can go full BPL. I can get 100 chemistry out of this team no matter where we go. That won't be a problem. I'll have a few players in the team that I don't like or don't want, but we'll have a full chem BPL team, which won't be the worst thing in the world. This is not going well. I'm actually going to take... Ooh. If I take Klozjak... I know I've said that wrong. I've then got 2 French centre-backs and French midfield. But I could also take Masuaku and put him at left mid. And then put Nolito at left wing. And then Nordviet, which I wouldn't even use. So it's either going to be Masuaku or Klozjak. 71 pace. He's got good defending. Let's take Masuaku. Let's be sensible for a change. Let's take the BPL players. Let's wipe the blue cards from our mind and take what's going to be logical. With that being said, I'd actually rather take Ryan Shawcross as a centre-back than Nordviet or Nordvate. I don't know how to say his name. I apologise. It's too late. Wayne Rooney. Wayne Rooney doesn't fit the team because we've got Pogba and Kante. Shaqiri instead of... Actually, we could play like Shaqiri or Sissoko at left mid and not put in Masuaku. I mean, I am getting shafted here, guys. This is not... It's given me 1 blue card. And now I sit here thinking I wish I took that Alexis Sanchez. Because it hasn't given me anything to go by. We're going to take Lucas as a sub. Let me sort the chem styles out real quick. So we want Hunter on him. We want Shadow on all 3 of the defenders. And I believe I have enough Shadows around. I also want Hunter on here. Actually... Willian, we should have another Hunter card anyway. Have we got another Hunter card? We haven't got another Hunter card. So I want that there. I've only got Cat for goalkeeper. We'll give Catalyst to Paul Pogba. I don't like the Maestro card. If I've got an Anchor, I'd prefer to give an Anchor to... Ooh, Shadow. We've got another Shadow. Let's give Shadow to Kante. I do want pace on the right mid. Let's give that there, and then we're gonna give Paul Pogba. Actually, I'll probably keep Powerhouse on Paul Pogba. Let's keep Powerhouse on him. We don't have much pace on the left hand side. Who's going there? It's gonna be Shaqiri. So we'll give finisher to Shaqiri, and I would prefer to put some pace on Nolito, but I don't have it. Just don't have it. Just don't have the chem styles. So we'll take the last pick now, and we'll see what we get for it. Are we going to get a blue card to end things off? We are not. We do get Danny Rose with a Shadow. I don't really care for. Let's take Berardi, decent player to have as a sub. Now this isn't going to be like a super high rated team or anything, guys. It's actually going to be a pretty bad team considering what we've got. But overall. I might play Varane. Let's pop him there. We're going to put Shaqiri there. He's going to go there. The Lejeune is going to go there. Messi's going to have to come off for Kante. Oops, wrong one. There. And if we put... That gets us to 98 chemistry with Varane in the team. Oh no, wait. Williams is a solid... Yeah, Williams is a much better centre-back. Wait, did we actually get a chem boost with Williams there instead of... No, we didn't. So I could either play Masuaku or Shaqiri at left mid. I'm probably going to play Shaqiri. We're almost definitely going to play Shaqiri. Then we've got Neymar and Messi on the bench to bring on as subs, which is pretty decent. And Varane as a good, you know, if I'm struggling defensively, I can just bring on Varane instead of Williams will stay, Smalling will stay, so it'll be instead of Shawcross, because at 54 pace it can be problematic. Do you know what I'm saying? But that team, it's not a bad team. Not overly impressed with Nolito. Not overly impressed with Shawcross, but this is literally a typical sweaty FUT Champions BPL team, so can't be too mad about that. Of course, we don't get a BPL manager. I need Spain, Brazil, or Switzerland. We have a Spanish. We have a Brazilian. Let me put Willian up to perfect chem. So we get a 185 team, guys. Not the best team. Not the best team at all. But we do get a legend. We do get a nice BPL team. That is the team right there, guys. Let's get into the action. Okay, guys, as we get into the gameplay, the first opponent we come up against has got a 5 at the back formation. Some really nice players in there. That Team of the Year PK, the inform Felipe Luis. A really nice midfield, and then a random Mario Balotelli up there at right striker, which I found interesting because he instantly subbed him off for Ronaldo. I don't know which version of Ronaldo it was, but if it was just the gold version, he would have been almost like basically the same as just using him there on 4 chemistry. The way the chemistry system works, of course, it literally would have been like the same. So I don't understand why he did that. However, we end up scoring early on in this game. Chris Smalling from the corner, a little bit lucky to get the ball the manner which I did in the box. But you can see by the build-up play here with my opponent, this game was super laggy. And it wasn't just this game, it was every game in this draft, but also every game I played on FIFA today. I know we don't have the title update yet on Xbox, I think PlayStation has it, but I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the whatever they've changed to hopefully fix whatever issues we've got going on here. And you can see here as I'm shooting with Willian, it's like stutter freezing constantly, and it's been like this in every game, every single day. Every game all day, not every single day. So it's quite frustrating to have to deal with, but of course if I'm dealing with it, my opponent is also dealing with it, so it's not like I'm the only one here to get on with that. But we end up coming to 2-2 in this game. It scores a nice goal there with Neymar. It does make it a little bit more difficult for me to defend, of course. And then even later on again, you could just see the way this game is freezing. It makes it really hard to defend, but no excuses to be made. My opponent gets into the box here with Ronaldo, lays it off to Iago Aspas, who shoots and scores, and takes it to 3-2 with 10 minutes left. And I thought, okay, it's going to be one of those days. Laggy game, you know, it's just some bad play from my part, bad defending. But we do manage to equalise late on. I pass that through to Messi. It freezes as I make the pass. I could have sworn he was offside. I thought he was offside. I didn't expect it to stay onside. We do get into the box, so hit the stop and turn. Pass it to Chris Smalling, because of course I'm on all-out attack to try and get back in the game at this stage. Smalling shoots and scores. And it went down as a Gareth Bale own goal. So that was quite interesting. I saw here, it goes through his legs. It maybe takes a clip off of his heel there, but it was going in. That should be a Chris Smalling goal, but it doesn't really make any difference. I'll take the goal. Into extra time, my opponent loses the ball in midfield there to Paul Pogba. Messi picks up the loose ball. Lovely little bit of LT-RT dribbling. Gets into the space, threads it through to Neymar, who shoots. And that's both ridiculously lucky for me and ridiculously unlucky for my opponent. His keeper saved it very well. Bounces off the post. It could have gone anywhere. Where does it go? Of course, it falls to my striker. And I tell you why I think that was important is because he has high positioning. So positioning reactions there saw him get that ball ahead of the defender. And there's nothing more to that than that. However, there was still time for another goal. Couldn't get to the defender in time where I was trying to defend. A little bit of lag on the way in. Neymar hits a banging shot, takes it to 4-4, and we are going to penalties. He hits the dab on me. Of course he does. I started it. Why wouldn't he end it? So we go into penalties, guys, and I was a bit worried because I thought with the way this lag is going, I could easily miss a penalty. I actually missed a penalty in open play because of the same reason. However, his keeper dives the right way and gets a strong hand to my first penalty. It still ends up in the back of the net. His first penalty with Gareth Bale, he just launches way over the bar, so I've got the early advantage. Next penalty, I step up. His keeper dives the right way again, gets a hand to it again, and it goes in again. You just can't believe it. After that, I was kind of like, okay, I'm even if I win, I don't deserve it because he saved 2 of my penalties, and for some reason they hit the back of the net. And if I lose, doesn't make any difference because I don't deserve to be in this situation anyway. So I end up saving his third penalty. That puts me 3-1 up. All I have to do is score this one and I've guaranteed to win the game. Willian steps up, chips it down the middle, and boom, 4-1 is the result, and we go through into the second round now. So first round performance there, quite a difficult game overall. You know, he created some chances, I created some chances. He was a solid opponent. The lag definitely had an impact on how both of us were playing. And ultimately, it could have gone either way, and penalties was on the cards really in that game. So we move into the second game, guys. We come up against a 78 chemistry, 84 rated team. A very interesting team. He's definitely got ways to get more chemistry in this team, I'm sure, with a bench and with what other else players he'll have there. But just quite a sluggish, slowy team. Like, you know, an off-chem as Pilaquator at centre-back will be quite slow. He's got Shawcross slow. I also have Shawcross, obviously. His whole midfield is just generally quite lethargic and slow. And I was able to capitalise on that. Willian here picking up the loose ball into Filippo Inzaghi. Gets a shot away. The rebound pops to Nolito. Nolito slots that one home. And we go 1-0 up very early on in the game again, which was obviously very, very nice. And then later on in the half, almost on half time now, Ashley Williams steps up, intercepting my opponent's long ball. Beautiful little bit of passing move through the midfield. Sets away Willian, opens his body up and slams that one past the goalkeeper to make it 2-0. And then I think it was the 90th minute for the next goal. Oh no, 75th minute here. He's getting frustrated at this point, sliding around all over the place. We get Begovic. And boom. Did you see, by the way, the arrow? The arrow was pointing to the bottom right-hand corner and the ball went straight. I don't understand the penalty system, but we get a 3-0 win. We move on into the semi-final. The team was playing all right, but honestly, the gameplay itself, the lagginess of the game was just causing me issues to the point where I wasn't enjoying playing. But we move on, we move upwards, we come to the semi-finals and we come up against a really, really good team. He's got some unbelievable players. Striker Ronaldo, 2 Team of the Years. Informed Bale and Neymar. Renato Sanchez, Varane, Mathieu and informed Thiago Silva there. The only weak points of his team are Coman, who's not even a weak point, he's a fantastic player, and Rulli in goal. And I let myself down really early on in this game, giving up 2 really easy goals, like letting him through there with Toni Kroos. Good goal, good finish, slots it past the keeper. And after 3 minutes, I was like, okay, great. I've given my opponent a really good opportunity. And it wasn't too long after that he ended up getting a second goal. Begovic with a big punch. Renato Sanchez picks up the loose ball. Was unable to select the correct defender in time. He evades the tackle with Neymar, slots that one home, and I was 2-0 down after 7 minutes here, and that was basically the end of the game. My opponent, it was an even game. My opponent created a lot of chances. They weren't fantastic chances. They weren't like clear-cut opportunities or anything like that, but he created a lot of chances. I do get one back with Kante, but the game was so slow, and again, I don't want to blame lag as if that's a reason why I lost, but this game was so heavy, so slow, that it changes the way I'm able to play FIFA because of the way I like to play FIFA. But my opponent did a great job. You'll see by the match stats, and I show the match stats heavily. He had a lot of shots compared to me, but they weren't shots from fantastic areas. They were really or rather, they weren't good shots. They were shots from good areas. You can see a lot of them on the 6-yard box there. But those are headers from corners where the keeper's in a prime position. But doesn't make any difference. My opponent went through and deservedly so. Let's get into the pack. So guys, we end up going out in the semi-finals today. Really frustrating game against my opponent there. Credit to him. He played a decent game. The games felt really laggy. Like you'll see in the first game, which I actually won, it was like pausing for a second and then playing for a second, then pausing for a second. It was horrendous to play in. And even in the second game, which I also won, it was just super, super laggy. You can see through the goals. But into the third game, I couldn't deal with the way my opponent played, especially with this formation. You know, he was super, super passive. He got a lot of shots off. I showed you the match stats at the end there, but most of his shots came from corners, near post headers. You know, he literally had a lot, like you saw, he had 6 corners, and I'd say probably about like 80% of his shots came from that. Although they looked like they were from really, really good areas, I was never in a position where I felt like, okay, I'm out of this game, this is getting out of control, this guy's abusing me. And I tried to make subs late on, like 72nd minute, I think I paused it and made some subs, and the ball never went out of play until the 90th minute. That's my fault really, because when I got the ball, I was trying to counter him and score when I really should have just put it out of play and got my Messi and Neymar on, because by the end of the game, Nolito and what's his name? Shaqiri were just dead. Also, Sissoko on the other side was dead as well, but I didn't even try and sub him off. I only made the 2 subs in the first pause. But they never came on. My subs never got on. And I'm not saying that would have changed the game, but there was a couple of breakaways that I had where I felt if I did have the Messi and Neymar on the field, I potentially would have scored. But unfortunately, I was unable to. And like I said, it looks like it was one of those situations where I think I had 3 shots and scored a goal. But it wasn't a game that was just out of me. Like, my opponent literally just hit a lot of really bad shots on target. Not that that changes the fact that I conceded 2 very silly early goals. And that's, you know, now here we are. We lose in the semi-final. Hopefully we can get some pretty good packs out of this. We get a premium gold pack and a jumbo premium gold pack. So we don't really get that many good packs out of it. We'll start with the premium gold pack, guys. Ooh, that was a pause there, but not long enough for a walkout. That's a nice big flare. It's going to be Cavani. That's a really good pack pull. I'm quite happy with a Cavani, a De Rossi in there as well. Let's see if we've got some value in Cavani. It looks like about, I'll list him up for like 4.8k. And we'll see if he sells, and we'll see about De Rossi. We'll also get a squad fitness card, which is obviously very nice. De Rossi at like 1400 will save for now, and the Belgian dude as well will save. But that wasn't a bad pack. Now let's see. Watch the 15k pack be even worse. Jumbo Premium Gold pack, not a walkout. Terrible flair, as expected. It is going to be Parejo. Remember last year? I loved Parejo last year. Don't really use him much this year. He just doesn't seem to be a guy that fits the narrative of my team. Now, Jefferson might be worth something because he's Brazilian. 1200 it's looking like was there. I'll list him up for 1,000, see if he sells, just to get a little bit of coins back. And the rest of these dudes for right now won't sell. Few contracts. Healing card right wing to right mid, not too bad. And then a whole bunch more players to just throw on the trade pile that won't sell right now, but hopefully will be relevant at one stage or another. So sad times, guys, here. Like I really felt like I had that game. I felt like that semi-final was there for the taking. You know, my opponent clearly played decent FIFA, 50% possession and created a lot of chances. I just didn't feel like they were very good clear-cut opportunities. And once again, my poor defending early on in that game is what actually cost me the game. If I had a much better first 10 minutes rather than being 2-0 down, I probably would have edged that game. But that's FIFA for you. You're not going to win every game that you deserve to win, and you're ultimately not going to lose every game that you deserve to lose either. And on this occasion, I end up finding myself in a bad spot. Let's take a look briefly before we get out of here if I've hit the 2 million mark just yet for total coins earned. We're not there yet. We're about 60k away. So we've got 1.7 million transfer profit and 180k in match earnings, which obviously puts us to like 1.93. So we're about 70,000 coins away from getting up to that solid point. But guys, this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.